Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wake the hell up, turn the volume way up, because we've got today's episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. And like usual on Tuesdays, Max, we're hitting a bunch of sports today.
Yeah.
I'm Matt Cobold, joined by Max Faulkner. Max, how was your Thanksgiving, man?
Go Breezy. It was a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving out there. One of the best feasting holidays out there. Not only because of food, which is the best part, obviously, but like we were talking about feast week with basketball and football. Oh, Thursday football is always so fun on Thanksgiving. It's the best time for Thursday football games anyway. I would say Thanksgiving. But Breezy, you got to hear about this turkey I got. All right, I got a 22-pound turkey. 22 pounds. We were hosting. All right.
That's two hands on that boy. You can't carry that like a football.
It was heavy. All right. It definitely felt a burn after a few reps on that. All right. All right. So brined this baby, threw it in my Yeti, brined it with ice, and then obviously all the seasonings for brine, let that sit in the Yeti outside for about 17 hours. Okay.
Outside.
Mm-hmm. It's cold here, by the way. It's cold. We're in the 30s out here. Can you believe that? Nashville. It's cold. Chilly. Took that bad boy out, stuffed it. Just stuffed that bad boy with so much stuffing. That's an additional 3 to 5 pounds easy. We're talking 25, 27 pounder. I put that bad boy in the oven for 5.5 hours. Go Breezy. When I was cutting this turkey, the meat is so tender and juicy, it just peeled right off the bone. It was not even hard to cut it. I was like, oh my God, it just so good. Also, you didn't even need gravy, Breezy. Didn't even need gravy for it. The salty aroma that you got from it because of that brine. Woo! Best turkey ever, I must say. And we had quite the feast. How about you, Breezy? How about you?
That's you're making me drool over here. You're making me drool on it. I haven't had lunch yet. But 25, 27 pounder, that's a big boy. Had to be the biggest one you've ever made.
It definitely was. And I cannot believe how much of it we ate. I thought I was going to have a bunch of leftovers. We still got leftovers, don't get me wrong. But I thought it was going to be more than like half the turkey. No, we had a crap ton of that turkey. So I'm happy about that.
Nice. Well, good to hear, man. Good to hear. First one hosting in Nashville. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kelly and I went down to Colorado Springs at her brother's house, and her parents moved out here a couple months ago, and so got to see their new house. And yeah, great time. Like you said, feast week, baby, a lot of food, good time with family, and a lot of college basketball, a lot of NFL. We had a Black Friday game on Prime. That Raiders actually put up a fight, but yeah, great sports. And actually went to a couple NBA games. Sam and Zach from our fantasy football league, they were thirsting to go to a cup game, the new in-season tournament cup game. So we went and saw Dallas. No Luka, unfortunately, no Luka. Dallas still won that game, but that was fun to go to a cup game. And then 3 nights later, Big Will, we know Will, took me to the Knicks game, 22nd row. His cousins got season tickets, so got to sit in the 22nd row.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever been to 3 NBA games before the month of December, so that's a career high. But that was a good time with Will. I was telling you, Max, how I ran into Jamal Crawford in the bathroom,
nice.
took a piss next to him. But I'm going to say it every time. Anytime you can go see Nikola Jokic, the best player in the world, you got to go see him. Jamal Murray was smooth. Jalen Brunson was heating up, dishing to the big cat. That's a nice duo right there. Brunson and Big Cat. But Big Cat, he's always meowing, licking his paws. But the story of that game, the next game, OG Anunoby, our guy from Indiana, 40-piece, 40 burger.
Wow, yeah. Wow.
16 of 23 shooting. 40 points on 23 shot attempts. I like OG Anunoby. Dude's built like a football player.
Yeah.
Anything on a cup game, the Knicks-Nuggets, NBA, I know you don't watch it. I watch it come playoffs, but definitely I think this is a career high 3 games before the month of December for me.
The only thing I got to bring up, Cole Breezy, is when you were in the bathroom with Jamal Crawford pissing next to him, you
Yep.
looked at his dick. You looked at it.
No,
You
I kept it
did. You did. You were
professional.
curious. You were
I kept it
looking.
professional. Actually, I was a little shy. It took me a little bit to get started because I wanted to. I wasn't going to say nothing to him in the bathroom. I was going to wait to get him outside the bathroom, and he finished way before I did, and I was worried I wasn't going to catch up to him, but he was busy putting in some eye drops before his pregame interview on court. So we caught him outside the bathroom, but definitely kept it professional in the bathroom. Not going to approach anybody in there.
Yeah, yeah. That's always an awkward conversation. When someone talks to you in the bathroom, that is really weird. But
No.
I figured you would have looked, Cole Breezy. You seem like the kind of guy that would.
Kept it professional. Kept it professional. But yeah, like you said, Max, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Happy to be back here on the pod, the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. Like I said, Max, we got a couple sports to hit again today. We got college basketball. We had a big performance to talk about in the Big East. Got a couple game picks at the end. We got a goose to talk about in our fantasy football league. You know, those gooses.
Hello.
I see the sun out right now. Not all of them have gone south yet. Not all of them have gone south yet. But we got to start today's episode with a lot of people's favorite segment from over the summer, Showtime with Shohei. Because we got breaking news out of Major League Baseball.
Wow.
Shohei Ohtani has just been named the unanimous American League MVP. This is Ohtani's third MVP in the last 4 seasons. The year he didn't win, he was runner-up. Ohtani is the first player in MLB history to win 3 unanimous MVP awards. No one's won 3 unanimous. Ohtani also joins Frank Robinson as the only players to win an MVP in both leagues. Angels are in the AL, Dodgers are in the NL. Since the American League introduced the designated hitter rule in 1973 and the National League followed suit in 2022, no player who primarily served as a DH without also pitching has ever won the MVP award. A DH has never won the MVP. That's a question I was asking all summer. Would they actually give a DH the MVP? Well, damn it, yeah, they did, because Ohtani had the MLB's first ever 50-50 season. He hit 54 dingers and stole 59 bags. No one's ever done that, Max. I was fortunate enough to see Ohtani twice this year. We saw home run number 20, a 476-foot bomb out here.
Look out! It's out of here, baby! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Straight away first field. Woo! Yeah!
That was the top 5 longest of the season. And then later, last weekend of the season, when again, he stole base number 58 against these sad Rockies.
There he's going. He's going.
But both times going with Kelly and Rich and Heidi, so that was a great time. Let's look at some stats right now where he ranked in all of baseball this season. He led the major leagues in runs scored with 134 runs scored. 5th in batting average, hitting .310. He was 11th in doubles, 7th in triples, 2nd in homers with 54, 2nd in ribbies with 130, both behind Aaron Judge. He led the Major League Baseball in total bases with 411. He was 4th in walks, 2nd in stolen bases with those 59 behind Ellie. 5th in on-base percentage, 2nd in slugging, 2nd in OPS, and 3rd in wins above replacement. Those are all top 3, all top 5 categories that he was in all of baseball. He set career highs. Now, we said he's a 3rd-time unanimous MVP. He set career highs this season in wins above replacement, games played, plate appearances, at-bats, runs scored by 31, hit career high by 31 more than his previous, hits by 37, doubles by 8, homers by 8, ribbies by 30, stolen bases by 33, total bases by 86, and a career high in batting average hitting .310. Max, these numbers This guy set career highs by a mile with the Dodgers this season. I know some of those have to do with a better team, more ribbies, guys getting on, helping you out. But Ohtani set career highs in so many numbers. What do you think about Shohei, our guy, getting his third MVP?
What else do we got to say other than what we've been saying for years now? He is the best player in the world, and with again, he's got to be super excited that he's on the Dodgers. You are bringing up the fact that the Dodgers is an all-star team. Okay, they have so much money that they can literally buy whoever the hell they want. I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow outbid Aaron Judge one of these years just to get him, just to piss off the Yankees.
That'd be something.
Yeah. But they're an all-star team. And like you said, Cobrisi, a lot of these guys are able to get on base. And then Shohei Ohtani's like, oh, wow, the bags are loaded? That never happened in Anaheim. Oh, I'm going to knock these three guys in.
Yeah.
It's how it was basically bat after at bat. When you got Mookie, you got Freddie Freeman that just constantly. I mean, they always bat over 300. It's easy money for this guy. Easy money. Yeah. He's an outstanding player. He's the most exciting baseball player to watch. And hey, congratulations on the MVP and winning his first World Series. You got to be happy about that. Hey, I'm expecting more. I'm expecting more.
He might be up for Sportsman of the Year. He might be up for Sportsman of the Year, getting another MVP and a championship, his first. But those career highs, how he just skyrocketed over his previous career highs this season is really impressive to me. Can't argue that this was his best season at the plate by far. And yeah, cash is king, like our boy Triple would say. Cash is king. Dodgers can buy whoever they want. Yamamoto's getting paid crazy amount of money. But I'm excited to see him pitch next season. I'm excited to see him pitch. Hopefully that shoulder is right after he separated it in the World Series. He had surgery on that. But I'm excited to see him back on the mound next year.
Yeah, and check out this pitching staff for the Dodgers next year. They got Shohei Ohtani. They got Yamamoto. They just signed Cy Young Award winner Blake Snell. Okay, and then they still got Jack Flaherty. I mean, that's
big time.
I mean, there might be one other guy that I'm missing.
Kershaw coming back.
Kershaw, yeah, maybe Kershaw. Yeah, that's a solid 4 to 5 right there.
Glasnow, Tyler Glasnow.
Oh yeah, Tyler Glasnow. That's right. Yeah, that's
a couple young guys too.
Who's not going to be on there? Maybe Jack Flaherty goes into the free agency. They don't sign him. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Jeez Louise, that one of those guys got to go to the bullpen. I guess it's Kershaw.
Probably should be Kershaw.
Yeah, he's getting old now. He's getting old. I love Kershaw, outstanding player, but getting old.
A shout out, congratulations to Shohei Ohtani, third MVP. Dodgers should be favored to go back-to-back next season.
Probably.
Let's move into our only fantasy football topic of today's episode, Max. Like I said, it's December now, but it's still a little warm. And those damn gooses, they're still in town. They're still in town. I was out for a walk the other day, saw about a dozen of them in a flock actually going south. But they're still here. They're still here, and damn it, they're here in our league. This is a couple minutes we take on the pod to make fun of someone in our league who starts a player or a defense who gives them 0 or negative points in their fantasy matchups. And we got a good one this week because I was playing against them, so it benefited me, baby. It was Kyle Pitts, Atlanta Falcons tight end. Jack, the number 1 team in our league, I took him down this week in part because of that goose. Atlanta, they were at home versus the Chargers coming off the bye. They had the bye last week. So you think they would be implementing Pitts more? I'm upset about that. Second goose this season for Jack and Kyle Pitts. He's now tight end 14 is Pitts. And that brew bet that I had versus you with Evan Ingram, that baby should be over. Evan Ingram is a way better tight end than Kyle Pitts. At Minnesota, at Las Vegas, and the Giants coming up. That's not a bad schedule. I might be keeping them. I probably won't be dropping them. Are you dropping them, tight end 14?
No. You can't. I wouldn't drop him, but I don't know who Jack has as a backup, but you definitely got to be thinking about a backup here. Jeez Louise. I know a lot of guys aren't interested in having 2 tight ends on your team, but we've been saying it all year that you got to go get some scraps. And if that means you got to get 2 tight ends, you got to play the hot hand. Mm-hmm. That's a good option. It's too late now, everybody. You're coming to that point where there's probably no more scraps out there. So you either listen to us when you had the chance, or now you got Kyle Pitts getting gooses in your lineup.
Jack right now, he's sitting with his other tight end as Big Montana, Will Dissly. I brought him up last 2 weeks ago for the extra juicy dogs. Streamable, but Kyle Pitts, he was the 8th-round pick in our draft this season. Little high, and I know you said it, Max, coming into the season in the preseason that if Kyle Pitts doesn't do it this year, then you're out on him, and I think I'm right there with you.
I was out on him this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I said no. I'm because I drafted him last year, dropped him because I was like this guy ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
I can't have this guy on my team.
Yeah,
and sure enough, it looks like he's doing it again.
Kirk Cousins, we were too high on him. I think we underestimated that Achilles and his age, and I don't think he's thrown a touchdown since November 3rd.
Really? Oh man, that's not good.
It's been a few weeks. It's been about 4 weeks since Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown. That's not good.
Can we believe that the Bucks are still in it? You know, when Chris Godwin went down, Mike Evans went down. You know, they had some other troubles there. And
you know why?
Because Blazer.
Blazer Mayfield, baby. He's looking good.
He's looking good.
Let's talk a little college basketball to finish up here, Max. We had a big performance in the Big East. You know, we talked about it, how we might have a biannual update in the Big East if someone goes for 40, someone hits a triple-double, but we had another big performance. In the Satva Empire Classic in Newark, New Jersey, Erix Dixon, big man for Villanova, playing against Maryland, lost a heartbreaker, 76-75. It was a good game. But in this one, the big dog for the Wildcats went for 38 points. He shot 15 of 29 from the floor, 5 for 11 from deep, and 3 of 3 from the line. He missed a game-winning 3 at the buzzer in the corner. Would have gave him a 40 burger, would have given him the W, but it came off the rim. Right now, Erix Dixon for the Villanova Wildcats is averaging 25.1 points, 6.6 boards, and 2.3 assists. Those 25.1 points per game leads the Big East and is second in the nation.
Oh.
Erix Dixon is shooting 54% from the floor, 91% from the line, and 54% from deep. Much improved three-point shooter. Going to easily set a career high in threes made this season. What do you think about Erix Dixon going for 38 and a loss?
Sounds like a big body that's really taking over this Villanova team. Villanova needs it, man. Villanova needs it. Ever since their that head coach, Jay Wright, thank you, Jay Wright. Ever since he's left, Villanova has not been the same. Simple as that. So, you know, Villanova wants to try to get back into this dance. Like everyone likes Villanova when they're in the dance. Sure. It's fun to see them. Blue blood. But, you know, you need big players to step up. Okay, you need some big players to step up. Dixon wants it. Is he a senior, Cobrisi? What year is this guy?
Fifth year senior.
Fifth year senior. So you know this is his last year. He's going to give it everything he's got. You got to love it. Got to love it. And it looks like the Big East, Cobrisi, could be wide open because UConn blows. Cannot believe I'm saying that. They lost 3 in a row. Surprise. Big time losses too, by the way. Big time losses. They'll probably still be there, but you know what? And then Creighton's not doing well. St. John's, I know they lost. It's wide open in the Big East, man.
I'll put Marquette at the top. I'll put the Golden Eagles at the top there. We're going to be talking about them here in a second. But yeah, Villanova, Kyle Neptune, the coach that has filled in for Jay right now, he's on the hot seat. They're 4-4 right now. They're 4-4 Villanova. They've lost to Columbia, Max, by 10. They lost to Columbia.
That's terrible.
They lost to St. Joseph's.
That's terrible.
Virginia and Maryland. Virginia, whose coach left them a week before the season, and then Maryland in this game. Villanova needs to wake up. Let's look at the Big East Player of the Year update here. Ryan Kalkbrenner, the big dog for Creighton, 18.1 points, 8.6 rebounds, still not getting it done. 3 blocks per game. I like that. Yeah. And I love his 78.1% shooting from the field. Max.
That's nuts. That's nuts. Sounds like a lot of dunks.
Oh yeah. He's not outside. He's not taking jumpers. He's not taking fadeaways. That leads the nation though. 78.1%. That's stupid. He missed last game against Notre Dame though. The lower body injury. Let's keep an eye on that. Let's keep an eye on that for the big man. And of course, Cam Jones, a guy we talked about a couple weeks ago with the triple-double against your Boilers. 19.6 points, 4.6 boards, 6.3 assists.
Nice.
Shooting 65% from the floor and 46% from deep.
Efficient.
Those two guys, those two guys, along with Erix Dixon, who's averaging 25.1 points per game, put those 3 in order for me real quick.
I'm still going Cam Jones, number 1, Ryan Kalkbrenner, 2, and Erix Dixon. Okay, that's how it's going to be for right now. We'll see if Erix Dixon can keep on doing what he's doing. That's all I got to say. Okay.
Yeah, if Erix Dixon's going to average 25 a game, he's probably going to be your Big East Player of the Year.
Get to the gosh darn dance though. Okay, you have a guy that's gonna win the Big East Player of the Year. You better hope that your team gets into the damn dance. Come on.
If that's the case, we can't vote for him. If they're fighting for the dance, then no, he can't be up there. But I might still put Ryan Kalkbrenner at the top right now with that 78% shooting. My goodness.
Sure.
Hope he's healthy. Yeah. Let's finish up today's episode, Max, with a couple college basketball game picks. Haven't done too many this year, but we're gonna keep a tally, so don't sleep on that. We got the Big 12 Big East battle and the SEC ACC challenge starting tonight. But tomorrow night on Wednesday night, my goodness, do we have a slate here. We got 2 games to pick, but 4 games that I want to mention real quick. Going on tomorrow night, we got my Jayhawks, number 1 still in the nation, at Creighton. See if Ryan Kalkbrenner is going to play that game.
That's a fun game.
Him and Dickinson banging down low. I want to see that. Also tomorrow night, number 15 Baylor at number 25 UConn. Like you said, 3-game losing streak at home. They need this one.
They need it against Baylor. Oh my goodness, that's a tough one. After a 3-game losing streak, that's a tough game to go up against. Oh my gosh.
I know, right? Another juicy one. Got the Crimson Tide of Alabama ranked 10th, going to Chapel Hill to play the Tar Heels ranked 20th. My goodness, do we have a slate?
Alabama ain't doing what we were expecting. Okay. Oh, I know they got 2 losses. Okay. Sorry. 2 losses, including one to my Boilers. But with that lineup, they're huge.
NBA lineup,
huge.
Yeah. I think they have the 5th ranked strength of schedule. So Alabama, they're not afraid to play.
No, they'll be there. They're gonna be there.
And one more game you got to put on your radar tomorrow night. Virginia at undefeated 13th ranked Florida Gators. Florida might be coming back up. Florida. So tomorrow night with this Big East Big 12 battle and the SEC ACC challenge starting tonight. I love this little week right here after Feast Week. Tomorrow night might be the biggest night that we've had with all these ranked teams playing ranked teams. But let's make 2 game picks here, Max. First one tomorrow night, 6:00 Mountain Time on ESPN Plus. Hope you got the plus, Max. Hope you got the plus. Big 12 Big East battle. Number 5 Marquette, 8-0. At number 6, Iowa State, 5-1. Let's look at the Golden Eagles first. Of course, they had big wins at Maryland and against your Boilers. Strength of schedule, according to ESPN, is 90th. They've got 4 guys averaging double figures led by Cam Jones, where he talked about his numbers, 19.5 points, 4.5 boards, 6.5 assists. Cam Jones is looking like an All-American right now. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the Golden Eagles? Got that big win over your Boilers.
Marquette looks great. Obviously, I watched that game where they absolutely pounded us. They pounded us with some frat boy paddles repeatedly right in the ass. I'm telling you, it was a brutal beating. And also the Cyclones, real quick. I mean, this is a great defensive battle. We're talking 2 top 5 defensive teams. Marquette, their steals they just jump the passing lanes, man. They are always so. If you're able to get maybe make a fake and a cut, you might have open layups, but if you're trying to do a cross-court pass, no way. That's a layup on the other end every single time with Marquette.
I like it.
So Iowa State's always been a defensive team, so expected a defensive battle here, Cole Breezy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Cyclones, their only loss was against Auburn in the Maui, 83-81. Broome had that tip in. That was
awesome.
One of the games of the year.
Oh, no doubt.
Strength of schedule for the Cyclones is 93rd, so it's pretty comparable here to Marquette. 5 guys averaging double figures, led by senior Keyshawn Gilbert, 16.5 points, 5.5 assists, and 54% shooting from the floor. What do you think about the Cyclones this year, Maxie?
The way that they put up a fight against Auburn, which we'll talk about Auburn very shortly, because but they went up by almost 20 points against Auburn. It was 17. I think it was 17, and they blew that lead. Yeah, it just goes to show you how good Auburn is. But this game between Marquette and Iowa State, once again, defensive battle. And I'm just wondering who's going to step up for the Cyclones, okay? The Marquette, we know who it's going to be. It's going to be Cam Jones, okay? Is it Tipsy? Is it Tipsy? It's Tipsy, right?
Lipsy.
Tipsy. Yeah. Taman Lipsy combined it. There we go. Taman Lipsy. Is it going to be Taman Lipsy? I think that he is the big guy on the team. I like him as that short point guard that really gets, again, he's the guy that gets in the passing lanes too. He plays hard defense. So it's going to be a fun matchup here, Cole Breezy.
Like you said, defensive matchup. According to Ken Palm, Marquette is 6th defensively. Iowa State is 12th defensively. Might want to take the under on the total points. I like Marquette's chemistry. Return 12 players, only lose one guy or two guys, sorry, Iguodaro and Kolik. I like Marquette's chemistry. I like Shaka Smart, but I do not think they get this one done in Ames. I'm going the
Oh,
Cyclones at home. Iowa State starts big, Max. Alabama starts big. Iowa State also starts big. They got Deshaun Jackson, 6'11", 275 in the middle. Joshua Jefferson comes over from St. Mary, 6'9", 240. And my guy Milan Momcilovic, 6'8", 225. Those are three big bodies. Marquette, as you know, they're a little smaller on the wing.
yeah.
They're a little
Yeah.
smaller on the perimeter. I got Iowa State at home.
I think it's a great pick. It's so hard to win on the road, especially against an elite
Yeah.
team like the Cyclones. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Marquette.
Nice.
Okay, keep them
Nice.
undefeated. I
Nice.
think Cam Jones has a big game. Maybe it comes down to that last possession. You know, with this defensive battle. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a great game though, everybody.
You got ESPN Plus for that?
I don't have it yet. How about that? Okay, I think I'm officially about to sign on. All right, because you
better
remember
get it.
I told you I had to get the big app. I had to get the Big Plus app.
Yeah.
Well, that's done because Purdue only played 2 games on that, so I'm done with
Okay.
that now. So yeah, maybe I'll put that money towards ESPN Plus now.
How's this game on ESPN Plus? Come on.
yeah, honestly.
Other game we want to talk about tomorrow night, 7:15 Mountain Time on ESPN, the SEC ACC Challenge. I believe it's the second year for this. We got those Tigers of Auburn, number 2 in the nation, 7-0, coming off that Maui championship. They're going to Cameron Indoor to play the 9th-ranked Blue Devils of Duke, 5-2. Let's talk about Auburn first here, the road team. They've got wins over Houston, Iowa State, North Carolina, and Memphis, all on neutral courts. Strength of schedule of 8th, according to ESPN. They're the number 1 team at Ken Palm, number 1 in offense, number 7 in defense. I don't want to hear any debate. Auburn has the best resume. They have the best body of work right now. Auburn, if we're putting together a top 16 for the tournament, Auburn's your number one overall seed right now. 5 guys averaging double figures led by senior Janai Broom, looking like the player of the year.
Yeah.
20.5 points, 13 boards, 3.5 assists, 3 blocks, 59% shooting from the floor. What do you think about Auburn just running through the Maui here? Yeah, they were down big to Iowa State, needed to tip in at the buzzer from Broom to win that one, but Auburn looks damn good.
Oh my goodness. Again, Auburn was down by 17, made that comeback, and yes, they won by a game-winning tip in by Cobrizi. I know I said Hunter Dickinson's going to win the best player of the year. It's Janai Broom. Oh my goodness.
doubt.
By
No
far,
doubt.
this guy is on a different level. You know, it was like last year, obviously I'm biased towards Zach Edey, but since Zach Edey's gone, Janai Broom is filling that role very well, where you're just like, whoa, like here's that elite player that everyone wants to watch. Auburn is the best team in the league, Cobrizi. I'm sorry. I love Kansas. Kansas looks great. But the way that Auburn played in that Maui Invitational, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
They definitely are the front runners. You know what? We're 8 games in, right? 9 games
Sure.
in, whatever. We still got a little bit to go here. But right now, the way that Auburn is playing, whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. Janai Broom, averaging almost 21 and 13. Those 12.9 rebounds per game leads the nation by over 1. Janai Broom's your player of the year right now. Auburn's your number 1 overall seed, but they're going to Cameron Indoor. They're going to play the Blue Devils of Duke.
It's tough.
Duke has 2 losses right now, but they're against Kentucky and Kansas on neutral courts. Those were both good games. Could have won those games. I'm not gonna knock those. I'm not gonna knock Duke for those 2 losses. Their best win, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago at Arizona. That was a good one. Strength of schedule for Duke, according to ESPN, is 39th. They're the number 1 defensive team, according to Ken Palm right now. Number 1 defense, according to Ken Palm. They got 3 guys averaging double figures, led by the freshman sensation Cooper Flagg. 16 points, 8.5 boards, 4 assists. What do you think about the Duke Blue Devils starting off 5-2 here, losses to Kentucky and Kansas?
Some tough battles. You know, they're having some tough games, but they're putting up a fight against both of those guys, Kentucky and Kansas. So, you know, Duke looks good. Duke looks really good. I think in this game, though, Cole Breezy, I'm just going to go ahead and make my pick. I am going Auburn. There's no way I'm going to hype up Auburn and then say that they're going to lose to Duke because Duke is too young. Okay, Auburn is more experienced, and I don't know who's going to guard Johni Broome. Duke's got some guys. They got some big guys down there, but I don't know who can guard Johni Broome in period. Yeah. I can't. I mean, Hunter Dickinson's as big as him, but I think Johni Broome goes right around him.
Yeah.
It's like, jeez. I got Auburn in this, Cole Breezy.
I like the pick. I'm a little surprised. I thought you'd be going Duke since you got him in your Final Four. I thought you'd be going with him at home, but Auburn's had the better start. And yeah, Johni Broome's big, and they start Dylan Cardwell next to him, who's even bigger. So I'm thinking, do you put Maluach on Broome? Because I don't think Cooper Flagg can handle Broome. So it's going to be a size mismatch for the Blue Devils. We got grown men. We got 4th and 5th year seniors for Auburn, where we got all this freshmen, these teenagers. Cooper Flagg 17 going up against Johni Broome. I got Auburn with you, man. Bruce Pearl going in there. That's going to be a fun game.
Yeah.
It's lastly here, it's Ken Palm's number 1 offense in Auburn versus the number 1 defense in Duke, according to Ken Palm. So
very
offense
fun.
Versus defense. We're both going Auburn and the offense.
Going Auburn in the offense and the best player in college basketball, Johni Broome.
That's gonna do us, Maxie, for the Don't Tell Mama Sports podcast today. Jesus. Can't wait for this Big 12 Big East battle, the SEC ACC challenge. That's a sexy post feast week games. I can't wait to have those on. Jayhawks at Creighton tomorrow. Dickinson and Kalkbrenner. I want to see that. I want to see that. Anything from you before we get out of here, brother?
Go Breezy. We've been talking a lot about Feast Week, and we can't leave here without talking about my Purdue Boilers, baby. Okay, big win in the Rady Children's Invitational in San Diego. Go Breezy, real quick. I lived in California for 8-9 years. I waited 8 or 9 years for Purdue to show up to California so I could go see them play. And of course, after I leave, then they go to San Diego. I've been to San Diego so many times because I love going there. And of course, it's when we're not there. But anyway, they beat NC State. They go into a championship game against Ole Miss. Coach Beard's Ole Miss. You know they're going to play some rough defense. It was a great game. And sure enough, Miles Colvin, who I've been hyping up all year round that he's going to step up, had a game-winning tip-in. He got the rebound, put it back in, basically. 20 points for Miles Colvin. Unreal. Everyone played so well. Purdue looks great. They're ranked 8th in the nation right now. Yeah, we lost to Marquette at Marquette. Okay, come on.
Great loss.
Yeah, that's not a bad. Exactly. So, shout out to my Purdue Boilers. Great victory over Thanksgiving weekend.
Only thing I got on your Boilers, I heard the other day, I had to actually look it up. Jakari Harris, your freshman there, he's still starting, isn't he?
Yes, I think you might be changing that up.
I didn't know he was the son of Glenn Robinson. Did you know that?
I heard that. I heard. Yes, I heard that. Just from one of the announcers, I was wait a minute, who? Wait.
Yeah.
Who, which guy? I couldn't figure it out after that. I was like, wait, was it Jakari? Was it Cox? Who was it? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How about that?
Took his mom's last name. I know you went to high school with Glenn Robinson Jr.
I played with Glenn Robinson III, who went to the NBA and he won a dunk contest in the NBA. Okay, got to play with the guy. He was good. He was obviously great player. Yeah,
Stupid athletic.
No doubt about it. Good kid too, by the way. Glenn Robinson III is a good guy.
Well, Maxie, can't wait to talk to you again next time. And we got a big college football championship week primer coming up. Coming in your feed in a couple of days. We got some big games to talk about this weekend, baby. But great to talk to you, Max. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Peace out, everybody. Glad to be back. And we'll see you. Let's get back to it on Thursday for some fantasy football talk.